whisper caught in the wind. I see her boots at the corner cafe with a notebook and a grin. She's chasing skies I've never named while I stay in my lane. But something in the way she moves keeps pulling at my chain.
Just saying a little clip of how I'm essentially looking to rebuild my life, starting from scratch, coming back home. It's gonna be a raw vlog, essentially, just going through how I'm sort of taking this process of coming back to the basics and just trying to essentially come up with a routine or a schedule to ground myself, to really gain clarity and take sort of the pain of life that I faced recently and just bring it back to the basics, really ground myself. I think this will really show you the sort of stuff I do in order to sort of ground myself and just be connected spiritually, mentally, and really just rebuild a system or create a system that allows me to essentially just go through my routine in a better way, in a more structured manner, instead of just waking up when I want to. Instead of going to sleep when I want to, I've now set some strict times as to when I sleep, when I wake up. Do I hit it 100% of the time? No, I'm human still, but that's the goal, right? To keep things simple. We often get bombarded with so much information, overload, running around. The hustle culture that we've been sold to is actually a lie. Sometimes bringing it back to the basics is the best way, and just to find yourself as well. And you would have seen, I started up the bike because, you know, that makes me feel alive, gets the adrenaline going. So that's something that I did this morning, and I'll just show you what I do in the evening. I keep it very simple. Maybe I'll show you through my prayer process, doing a little bit of prayer, journaling. You would have seen that as well. And just getting thoughts out there so that my mind isn't as cluttered, and just rebuilding that system again. So I hope you enjoy this little mini vlog or mini sort of series. I'll check back in the evening once I've showed you the evening part of the routine, and then just a little explanation of how things went for the whole day. Recording this actually in the afternoon, so it's about 1 p.m. And yeah, I thought I'd share some insights into how the morning went. Pretty good morning, just nice and chill, get some deep focus work done, and then how the afternoon goes, and then evening, and then I'll check back in later. What's good, YouTube? Yeah, as you can see, I didn't end up recording last night to give a debrief, so this is the morning after, and I thought I'd just sit in the car and have a little talk about what I'm showing you in this video, or the montage you would have just seen in terms of how I'm rebuilding my life. So I thought I'd just share my thoughts as to how I'm going about it, and if it helps you out, you know, in any way, then that's great, because that's sort of how I've come back to ground level every time I haven't felt myself. And sometimes, you know, success is subtraction, right? Sometimes we get told to optimize for different routines and different you know, optimizations, that we forget to do the basics. And that's something that's been on my mind lately, is that I've been consuming a lot of information. I'm a heavy, if there's any vice that really gets to me, it's probably YouTube consumption of just information, and without application. I don't find that information useful unless I actually go and implement it. So that's my motto for basically the rest of the year. I'm really thinking about where I want to head in terms of my future, and, you know, coming back to my hometown, and really getting grounded with a routine, a structure, even though it may be monotonous, and, you know, sometimes it may not look pretty and may not feel pretty, but it's sticking to those non-negotiables, making sure you're always, you know, striving for excellence. Let's get on the road, and I can talk a bit more once I get on the road. All right. See any cars coming? No cars coming. Cool. So yeah, that's how I'm basically rebuilding my life, and taking things one step at a time. I truly believe that the only way, especially for me, you know, being an athlete at such a young age, and having a disciplined routine where I used to wake up early morning and, you know, go for sprints, go for runs, just be disciplined with my training. And, you know, when you get older, you start getting into a job, you start socializing a bit more, and that can take a heavy toll. Whoops, the camera. My tripod is actually munted at the moment, so I apologize if this camera is a bit shaky. Might have to hold it while driving a little bit. And it's a manual as well, so let's get past these cars here. Yeah, so I think for me, building my life means regaining control of what it is that I love doing, which is staying disciplined and motivated towards my passions, which is like fitness, being a creative, you know, doing this, creating content. I enjoy this stuff, and, you know, just indulging myself in new experiences, new ways of living, trialing different. I'm not saying I'm not heavy optimization pro kind of lifestyle where you want to really optimize for becoming the best version of yourself, but certainly there are limits to how you do that, and I think that's what I've been grappling with for a long time now. Is optimize, but also implement. And biggest thing with me, if I'm being transparent, is you know, your ego gets in the way, and sometimes it's about letting that ego go down, or ego go away, and say, okay, maybe something's not working, let me try this. And this is what I felt I needed to do at this point in time. Just go back to the basics, set up a simple routine, and that way when the time comes to actually move geographically, I have a routine that works, and a structure that works that I can just copy and paste. So fingers crossed it all works out in terms of building my life again. I know it will work out. It's just a matter of trial and error, testing a couple of pieces here and there with my training as well, which is going well, which is going great. Obviously, sometimes when you're in a phase of trying to optimize, you have low energy, which is what I'm now trying to fix as well. Get that testosterone back up, get the energy levels back up. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys posted on the update. Maybe in a month's time I'll give you an update of how things have progressed as I look to rebuild my life again. But if you enjoyed this little spiel and you want to see more of this kind of content, comment down below if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I can make another video. Peace.